Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your July 2017 month ahead reading. So you'll notice that now on the channel I am doing week ahead advice readings. It's very different. They're not exactly predictive readings. These are predictive readings about what could be coming in for some of you guys in the month of July, alright, subsequent months. Those ones that I do are 5-minute ones, 5, 6, 7 maybe at the most. And they deal with advice. So if you should encounter anything in the week that you feel resonates with you, then that's the advice reading there, okay? They're not predictive, they're advice readings, alright? So just remember that, guys. The other thing to say is from now on, I'll always come on screen, introduce myself. If I feel like sort of just talking to the camera and going through the whole reading, you know, with me just talking to the camera, talking to you guys, which I will do now and again, probably for July, going into the August readings, I'll do that. But a lot of time now I want to hone down on the cards. So I want to, you know, talk to you guys for a little bit at the beginning of the reading, and then I want you to see the actual spread, okay? So you get to see me and the spread at the same time. So Universe Spirit, what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Show me Virgo. What's coming in for Virgo in the month of July 2017? What is coming in for Virgo for the month of July 2017? Show me what is coming in for Virgo in the month of July 2017. Show me. Right, I'm going to lay the cards, and then what we're going to do is we are going to hone down on the cards so you can see the spread, guys, okay? So I'm going to have to put it up this way. Okay. Alright, I'm going to hone down on the cards now, enjoy the reading. Okay guys, so this is the reading so far. This is the 10 cards that came out for you. Okay. And then we add the clarifiers, alright. I usually just add the one card to sort of clarify what's going on. Sometimes you can go up to, sometimes I'll go up to 3, it just depends really. Month of July. Let's start with the easiest place first, that kind of kicks things off. This is you guys, 5 of Swords. Alright, you're kicking ass in July 2017, Virgo, okay? You're not the loser, you're the winner here, because you are feeding through to the Queen of Wands. Now, this might be somebody that you've got some issues with. Virgo is not Queen of Wands as an astrological sign. Astrologically, the Queen of Wands is a fire sign. That is a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries person. So you might have problems with an individual, because this is how I do my Celtic crosses. I start with the you now stroke external factor. So if this is an external factor, it might be that there's jealousy around you. It might be that you've got some conflict going on. But it might be, if this is you guys, I think that I always say if this is the person, then they're the person that's winning. That's how I see it. If this is the person, they're the person that's winning. 5 of Swords. And 5 of Swords is, it can be a little bit of a nasty card at times, because the 5 of Swords can be one of those cards where it does show jealousy, and it does show people who are trying to halt our progress. People who want to say bad words. People who want to use nasty language on us. People who are underhanded. People who will go to any sort of means to defeat what they consider to be their enemy, or their opposition, as it were. But I think, Virgo, that this is you, 5 of Swords, because it's in the you now position, alright? As a result of that, your focus for the month is on the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is a card about taking charge. She's probably, I would say, her and, for me, the best queens in the tarot are the Queen of Wands. She's hands down the best queen. Because even though I'm a Queen of Cups, I'm Scorpio, I think this lady is the best queen, okay? She can be a bit tricky if you're dealing with her. So as a Scorpio, I've dealt with many a Queen of Wands. And I remember once in a Scorpio video, I said something about and I was just giving, when I'm talking about Queen of Wands, I'm not talking about astrologically. You're a Scorpio, whether you're, Virgo, Pisces, whatever it is, if you have the traits sometimes, if you read any book with about tarot, and I advise you, if you want to read tarot, read books, because you need an all-round 360-degree perspective on these characters. They don't all work in one way, they really don't. In one sense, the Queen of Wands can be very helpful. She's very knowledgeable. She's very intelligent. If you go to her for advice, she's the type, she's like Queen of Swords in a way. She'll tell you like it is, and she'll help you at the same time. So she comes from a more passionate viewpoint, and she's not the type that worries that much. She's not like the Queen of Cups. I'm a Queen of Cups because I'm Scorpio. So Queen of Cups types, and it doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are that type. They are archetypes of people, these cards are. So if you're a Queen of Cups, you're more emotional, or you're somebody who's a bit in your head at the best of times, or that type of thing. That's the negative trait of a Queen of Cups. The positive side of a Queen of Cups is that she is very, very empathic, and she's very sympathetic, and she's really good at helping people through their emotional situations, explaining stuff like that. Queen of Wands is the type of person who's very, very helpful in terms of creative stuff. So she'd be really good at helping you with a business plan, for example. Or she'd be really good with organising your home, for example. She's also a very spiritual person as well, because she's got the cat at her foot, okay? So she's very much a very spiritually inclined and a very spiritually enlightened person. So some of you guys, it might be with this Five of Swords, Virgo, that you are overcoming. Now, the Five of Swords doesn't just mean overcoming adversaries in the external world. It also means overcoming negative thoughts, because the swords, remember, represent thoughts. And our thoughts are our biggest problem a lot of the time. It's the way that you think that can often hinder you. So sometimes when you get the Five of Swords, it's about overcoming thought patterns and overcoming things that are negative thought-wise. And as a result of that, the focus for the month is about taking charge, because that's what the Queen of Wands does, taking charge spiritually, taking charge in terms of your creativity, taking charge maybe in work matters, because I think that you guys, the root issue is the Ten of Swords, and I think that you've had enough. The Ten of Swords says that maybe you've had enough of the situation. Ten of Swords represents, it's called the card of ruin, because it represents when a situation has failed, or when you've been lied to, or you've been stabbed in the back, or you've been hurt, or you've been left very, very disappointed by people. I was watching a YouTube, I can't remember his name, he's an amazing tarot reader, and he came up with the idea that how he saw the Ten of Swords was about overkill. It only takes one person to kill someone it only takes one sword to kill a person. So why does he have 10 swords in his back? Can be many people that are putting swords in someone's back, definitely. So sometimes you know you're assailant here when you get the Ten of Swords. It's many people, it's about ideas and the things that people say about us. When we get the Ten of Swords backstabbing, often this is gossip that's really run somebody down. Often it's people's words, lots of words, that have ruined an individual. When I was working at that workplace a couple of years ago, I would often get this card show up for me, and it was so many people just putting stabs in my back, chatting me, gossiping about me, bitching about me. That's what the card can stand for, because it's words in the person's back. Feeling defeated. Sometimes this is the card of feeling like a victim, but also it's a number 10, and it says that the worst is over. So I feel the root issue is, because we've got such a positive card here, after, to be honest with you, a negative one to all intents and purposes, I feel that you guys, if this isn't person, can be that you guys are fighting here, and it can be that the focus for the month is the person that you're fighting with. Maybe they've put swords in your back, okay? Maybe they've done it by being abusive. You've got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords represents somebody who can be abusive. It represents an aggressive energy. It represents somebody who's being quite nasty. So some of you guys, it might be that you've had enough of a situation, and it might be with a air sign individual, potentially here, you know? Because it could either be a fire sign or an earth sign. You've got an earth sign, fire sign or an air sign. Because you've got an air sign as a result of this card here, and you've got an air sign as you've got fire sign as a result of this card here, and you've got an air sign as a result of this card here. Alright? But I think it might be an air sign. If anything, it will be an air sign or a fire sign, maybe some of you guys are dealing with. If this isn't a fire sign person, then this is you guys taking charge of a situation. Because the root issue is you guys had enough of a situation here. Ten of Swords, done and dusted with it. And it's about an argument. Because Knight of Swords often shows arguments. And it often shows, not just, you know what, Knight of Swords isn't just an argument, but our Knight of Swords often shows somebody's anger. Often shows when somebody's gunning for us, or somebody's annoyed with us, or somebody's pissed off. That's what Knight of Swords often can mean. It means many, many, many other things, but it just depends. The fact that we've got this Ten of Swords being the root issue, possibly about a Knight of Swords, either an air sign or maybe somebody was aggressive. The challenge for you guys next month is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is about receiving, or it's about giving. You can give with this Ace of Pentacles as much as you can receive. The Ace of Pentacles is about building a solid foundation, or finding a solid foundation. So for some of you guys, the challenge might be with that Ace of Pentacles. Could be that you've had an argument over money, because Ace of Pentacles represents money, it represents finances. So it could represent maybe somebody owed you something, for example. Maybe you're taking charge of that. Maybe somebody stabbed you in the back, they hurt you, they let you down severely. Could be by their words, Knight of Swords. Maybe the argument's over money. Challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. But also the Ace of Pentacles is the card that represents realizations that are starting to form. Because when you get Ace of Pentacles, it's not just about the material. Okay, that's the thing that we always get messed up on within the tarot. We think if it's a pentacle, it has to be a resource. It doesn't. It can be an inner resource. And if it's an inner resource, it represents the perspective that you come from, the realization, starting to really see a situation in its complete and utter realistic form. Which is why you guys, possibly, you are the Queen of Wands in the centre of the reading, Virgo. Starting to take charge of a situation. Because the best case scenario within the month of July for Virgos is the moon. And the moon represents lack of clarity and something also that needs to be clarified. It needs to be out in the open. Now you'll notice with the Queen of Wands, she's a spiritual character within the tarot. On account of her holding this wand, she has the ability to start to create. She holds a wand. But also that she has the spiritual cat at the end. So we know that witches have cats. This is often a tarot reader as well as the Queen of Cups. Alright, so this is somebody who's very intuitive. And we know that there is an intuitive card maybe sitting at the top here. So this Queen of Wands, I feel that the best case scenario is that your intuition. You need to let your intuition be your guiding light. Because you have a lot of swords I'm noticing in this reading. And swords mean struggles and arguments and difficulties. They can be good cards. Because if you get the King of Swords coming in, you've got a lot of characters in this reading. Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Swords showing up here. Some of you guys, when you get the Page of Swords, this is about taking action here. Alright, so when you get a Page of Swords, it means many things again. Page of Swords can be where somebody withholds information. Page of Swords can also be where you are taking action, initiating something. It can be where you're ready to strike on something. Again, it can be an aggressive card, doesn't have to be. Remember, it's to do with the mentality of a situation. Some of you guys, it might be the immediate future you're withholding doing something here. And that might be why we have the Moon card here. The Moon card is not a particularly active card. It represents the inner. So inner thoughts, feelings, the need for clarification in a situation. With the Moon card, it can mean secrets. It can mean that something looks one way by one light, but in another it'll look another light. So really this is the card about trying to rely on your intuition here with the Moon card. And I think that because you are taking charge with this Queen of Wands. If this isn't a person, I think you're taking charge with the Queen of Wands energy here. I think that the best case scenario with the moon above your head is a light bulb goes on. That light bulb might say, actually, let me just hold back a little bit here. Because what we see coming in is this King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is about mental clarification. This is where you get your clarification coming in. You know, this person here is an advisor. So it might be some of you guys are not taking action here with the Page of Swords until you receive advice from a King of Swords. King of Swords, in the positive light of the King of Swords, is an advisor. In the negative light of a King of Swords, this type of person will only look at something in one way. So they don't allow any type of ideas from anybody else to come through. But I think this is more advice that you guys are gaining here. Because your hopes are for the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is all about choices and options. Doors opening. There's something here I think happened with you guys here that's coming in. That's coming to a head maybe in July. The funny thing is it ends with the Three of Swords as the outcome. So the Three of Swords can be disappointment. So maybe you guys are holding back until you've received advice. And maybe as a result of that advice, maybe there's something about some disappointment coming in here, Three of Swords. Now I know it's not the best of readings and you're probably going to think, for fuck's sake. But that's just the way it is. Three of Swords does represent disappointment. Especially, you know, you're receiving advice probably from a King of Swords. Alright? If this isn't somebody you receive advice from, then this is what you do. And if this is what you do, sometimes, yeah, we can be our own advisors, but sometimes we have to look at things in a little bit more of a tunnel-visioned way. And maybe the tunnel-vision light of the King of Swords is saying, or the intelligent way that the King of Swords. So the King of Swords part of the Virgo is saying, you know what, actually, this is just going to end up in a mess. Because we've got Three of Swords being the outcome here. Let's go through this reading again and then see what we can glean from it. I feel that you guys are the Five of Swords. It might be that in the month of July you're ready for some form of a challenge. You see yourself as strong enough, maybe to take a couple of people on, or maybe to take on a situation that's been less than desirable. which is why it might be the focus for the month is taking charge of the situation, using your intuition. Because we've got a Ten of Swords being the root problem. Now, the root issue for you guys might be dealing with, you know, people that have let you down. It might be dealing with people who have put, you know, swords in your back. People who have not been honest with you. People who have lied or cheated. And we've got that this might be over some form of... So you might be feeling let down. It might be by a person, Knight of Swords. It might be somebody who's communicated something to you, not in the nicest of ways. And this is sort of a past situation, these two cards. So you might be feeling let down by a person who's been a little bit abrupt, a little bit difficult. The situation, the challenge might be over money. Whenever anybody comes for a reading, there are 2 points that somebody will come for a reading for. It will be the root issue and what the challenge is. So some of you guys, it might be that you've been feeling let down. It might be that the challenge is about money. So you might be feeling let down about money. It might be money that's been owed to you. It might be that with the Knight of Swords, this person ran off. Knight of Swords can show somebody who makes a quick exit from a situation here. And the challenge might be money. It could be money that you're owed, needing to take charge of the situation. However, the best case scenario might be with the Moon card, just to rely on your intuition for a moment. Hold back on getting really, really angry. You're in a position where you can take something on here, but hold back. Page of Swords, I feel that, you know, pages represent messengers a lot of the time, but they also represent, all of the pages are pretty much quite cautious people because they're young and they're just finding their feet. So the Page of Swords often represents, for me, in terms of an action, this can be a detractor and it can be somebody who's argumentative, but if it's you, with the Page of Swords, it can be saying two things. It can be saying that you either strike or you hold back. And I think that because we've got the intelligence of this King of Swords who's higher than a page, and this person here is an advisor within the Tower, and they're able to give you some very logical and very kind of rational information that you're really going to need. It might be that what you'll experience coming in July is to hold back, hold fire with that Page of Swords, which is why often he holds the sword up. He's ready to strike, but just not yet. This is why it represents delaying a message or coming forward with something. Because it could be what you experience is advice, either from yourself or from an external source, in which your hopes will be that your options, you'll have lots of options maybe in this situation. But I think as a result of this advice that you receive from this King of Swords, or from yourself maybe, it might be that if this is advice from an external person, they're giving you the best advice possible. If it's coming from yourself, you might be looking at the situation in one way and saying, actually, I don't think this is going to end up too great. So therefore, the outcome shows the Three of Swords, I feel, maybe a little bit of disappointment there. Three of Swords energy. It might be that, you know, the situation, third-party situation still continues, because Three of Swords can represent third-party situations as well that are difficult. Let's open up this reading and see if we can glean a little bit more from it. Let's get the clarifiers out and see what this Five of Swords is about, why you guys are the Five of Swords in the month of July 2017. Well, it might be about somebody who's holding on to cash, because you've got this Four of Pentacles. So it might be that it's you guys who are holding on to something. This is a Pentacle card after all, and you are Virgo. So it might be that there is an argument here, Five of Swords. It might be that the external factors, the you now shows you guys being involved in some form of a conflict. It might be you that's holding on to something here, Virgo. I just pulled out two more cards just to give a bit more clarity. So I think that for some of you guys there might be some form of a difficult situation here. Five of Swords that you guys are going through with that Five of Swords here. It might be that you guys are holding on, Four of Pentacles, alright? It might be you're holding on because you're afraid of a breakup. It could be with the King of Cups, a water sign individual here. Okay? Because we've got Four of Pentacles holding on. And I'm just reading this as Virgo because it's a Pentacle card. So it would make sense for me maybe to look at it as being you guys. Maybe you're holding on. Could be because you're afraid of a breakup with an individual here, which is where the issue comes in with the Five of Swords. Let's have a look at what the root issue is though. Ten of Swords. What's the Ten of Swords about being the root issue? Well, I think that this is an ending of a cycle here. So the root issue is ending a cycle. Sometimes the Ten of Swords is just accepting that something is over. All right, the worst is over here. All right, because you've got the Temperance card. And the Temperance card represents learning how to manage a situation. Okay. So maybe learning how to manage a situation within a family, all right, that brings happiness maybe with that Nine of Cups energy showing here. So I think that so far it could be that you guys, Five of Swords external factors shows some form of disagreement, I feel, between you and somebody else. And it could be because you're holding on too tightly, Virgo. It might be because you're afraid of a breakup with a King of Cups. Water sign individual, male or female. The root issue is the Ten of Swords. So it's accepting the ending of a situation, letting bygones be bygones. And that's because you're going to need to concede, I feel. And you're going to need to kind of compromise. Possibly over a family situation that brings happiness to everyone here. So I feel that for some of you guys, it's difficult. It looks like a difficult situation to me. It looks like there's an argument here or some form of conflict some of you guys have been going through. Could be because you're holding on to a relationship. You don't want to break down maybe with a King of Cups. I think the root issue is that you have to accept something here, Virgo, Ten of Swords, okay? And you have to accept it because it's the best thing to do. And that acceptance comes with compromising, temperance, over a family matter, Ten of Cups. It's going to make everybody feel happy. Let's have a look at what the Knight of Swords is about. Well, the Knight of Swords is about walking away, Eight of Cups. So there might be a little bit of anger here. Maybe somebody walked away. I think that this is more about making a quick exit here, all right? Because it's based on making a quick exit. Because what you guys are walking to, for some of you guys, this is sometimes with the Eight of Cups. It's not just about walking away, it's about walking to. You're walking to the Nine of Cups, so Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, and as I say, the readings will not pertain to everybody, all right? They won't pertain to everyone. They won't. They'll pertain to certain amounts of you and certain amounts of you they won't, okay? So that's it. The way that I'm reading it so far, I feel, is that we've got a situation in July where there's some conflicting energy going on here. Some of you guys, Virgo, might be holding on too tightly. You might be afraid with the Tower of a breakup with a King of Cups energy. The root issue is accepting that the past is over here. Making a compromise for the sake of the family. Something that makes everyone feel happy. Makes everyone feel a winner. As a result of that, I feel, and this is sort of distant past root issue energy showing here. As a result of this, there might be a need for you guys to make a quick exit with this Knight of Swords. Possibly to have the confidence to move forward. Because you've got it, the reason for that is because you're going to need to possibly, for some of you guys, walk towards, could be being on your own with that Nine of Pentacles. Having to maintain your own environment through hard work with the Eight of Pentacles energy showing here. In which your challenge will be the Ace of Pentacles. Why is your challenge the Ace of Pentacles? Because of the Six of Wands, the Two of Swords. Oh, that's, and let me have a look at that combination there. I think you need to have some self-focus here. Because I feel that for some of you guys, you're going to need to do something by yourself. And I think there is a time that you're going to really have to recognise that something has to be done on your own now. For some of you. This will not, as I've said, pertain to all of you. Alright, this doesn't have to be a love relationship. It might be leaving a job. It might be doing something completely different. That, you know, I think that you have to become more independent. Or you're looking at possibly doing that for some of you guys in the month of July 2017. Alright, because we've got this Knight of Wands. Now, when you get cards like the Knight of Wands, sorry, the Six of Wands, they show confidence. With that, we've got confidence and self-focus. Alright, and the Three of Wands is about launching something new. So I think that you need to have the confidence and the self-focus to launch something new, which is why your challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. So starting again, it's a fresh start, it's new opportunities. Your challenge is looking at what you have, the resources that you have, the potential that you have to start again, to start creating, to start going for new opportunities. Because what you guys might be afraid of is being confident enough to be self-focused enough to look possibly at a new future with the Three of Wands, to start launching new things. It seems to me for some of you guys, it might be that you fear letting go of someone. It might be that you've been in a long-term relationship, or you've been in a job for a long time, or you've just been in a situation for a long time that might have been your safe haven, Virgo. And it just seems to me that for some of you guys, it's almost like, shit, I've got to leave that behind now, and I'm too afraid to do it. I'm scared to do it. Let's have a look at the present situation, which is why we've got the Queen of Wands. Let's have a look at why your focus is the Queen of Wands for the month of July 2017. Because the Two of Cups, Four of Swords. Right, so I think that there was a relationship potentially with this Two of Cups, and I think that it might be on a relationship break here. Could be with the Five of Pentacles, because the both of you, you know, there's a lack of contact. Often Four of Swords and the Five of Pentacles can represent relationship where there's a lack of contact. There's just a lack with the Five of Pentacles. It might be that there is a relationship taking a bit of break because there's a lack of depth, or there's something lacking in the relationship, and that might be why the focus is either on another person, could be, or it could be that you guys are needing to take charge, because it looks to me like there's a relationship that's ended here for some of you guys, and you're going to need to accept that and sort of move out and move through it and kind of do your own thing, whether that be Two of Cups doesn't always have to be love. Okay, usually when you get the Five of Pentacles, it's somebody that's leaving the building. So for some of you guys, it might be there's a relationship. Four of Swords, maybe you're taking a break on, there's a pause on that relationship. Maybe some of you guys are leaving the building. Maybe some of you guys are leaving the building with a kid. So I've seen this card show up for single parents, you know, a mother with one child or something like that. You know, a caretaker type of card. So for some of you guys, I do feel if we were to look at it is also in this way, if we were to read the card, say, from here to here, we'd possibly look at the Five of Swords. There might be a little bit of conflict. Some of you guys might still be holding on, Four of Pentacles, to a situation. Could be because you're afraid of a breakup with a water sign person or somebody that you really care about, King of Cups. Which is why in the centre of the reading, the focus for the month will be on taking charge with this Queen of Wands energy. Could be because there was a relationship, maybe you're taking a break from that relationship, leaving the building, leaving a flat, leaving a shared apartment, or maybe that relationship lacks something here. The root issue is accepting something is over, Ten of Swords, and that's because there has to be a compromise in terms of a family situation that makes everybody feel like a winner, makes everyone happy. And as a result of that, you guys, some of you guys, this looks like distant past shit though. This is distant past going on into July. It looks like some of you guys, maybe with the Knight of Swords, might have been angry around that. Knight of Swords can also show anger. Might have been a little bit angry about it because you had to kind of walk towards some of you guys being on your own, taking care of yourself, doing something new on your own, and needing to put a lot of effort and hard work into it. All right, it just seems to me some of you guys have found it difficult to move on from a situation here. It might be because I get the impression for some of you Virgos, somebody didn't want something and you still wanted it. But you wanted it not just because you cared about the person, but because you were used to the situation, or not because you cared about the, you know, the workplace, but because you were used to the workplace. And it's a little bit scary getting out there on your own. Your challenge is looking at new opportunities, accepting new opportunities. Because I think that you realise that you're going to have to be confident and very focused with that Two of Swords, possibly in terms of launching new things. Okay, and I'm seeing a lot of kind of loner cards here, so I just feel for some of you Virgos, if it resonates with you, as I say, it will not resonate with everyone. It never does, my readings. They don't resonate with everyone, they'll resonate with some of you. I feel for some of you guys, it will be a case of, you know, well, I'm just going to have to go and do it on my own. I think there's a lack of confidence with some of you Virgos. It's not hard work that you're afraid of. Virgos are very hard-working people. My mother was a Virgo, but the thing that she lacked in life was love from a good man. You know, but she was bloody hard. She used to work from like 6 o'clock in the morning till 11 at night cleaning. She had loads of cleaning jobs and worked in kitchens and things like that. She was a hard worker, she was, but she didn't have anybody that appreciated her. And I get the impression that for some of you guys, it might be that you feel a lack of appreciation from a particular person here, or a particular job or a situation where you feel, shit, I'm going to have to go and do something in a different way, go to a new place, move out of the apartment we shared, or, you know, move out of the relationship because this person doesn't want it, and, you know, I'm finding it difficult to let go. The best case scenario for the first 2 weeks maybe in July is this moon energy. Let's have a look at why the best case scenario is the moon for you guys. Well, because of the Five of Cups, feeling lost over somebody I feel that was very important to you. Okay, with the Emperor. It might be that you're feeling lost because this important person changed. out of the blue. Wheel of Fortune usually shows situations that come to us out of the blue. So it might be that you're very confused, the moon, because a person changed. You're feeling really upset with that Five of Cups. It could be because an important person to you, a change came just completely out of the blue, maybe with that Wheel of Fortune, and it turned everything on its head. For some of you guys, you'll experience this Page of Swords coming in. Let's have a look at what this Page of Swords is about in the immediate future, showing up in July. So the latter stages of July, Page of Swords. Let's have a look what this is about. Well, possibly some argumentative, possibly wanting to strike, hit out. It shows because of the Nine of Swords, upset over needing to kind of evaluate where you are, and this is you guys here, and the need for some internal reflection here. So I feel that there's a lot of upset here, and this is over the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is where you're needing to evaluate. It might be that you're worried or upset over money, Seven of Pentacles, savings, and there's going to be with the Queen of Cups maybe the need for inner reflection. For some of you guys, it might be that you're looking after another person here, see, and you don't know how to do it. There's another court card showing up here. So some of you guys might be worried over money, okay, and there's going to be some need for, you know, and also it could be that you're worried over money. Maybe you run a business or something like that. All right, but I think that there's a need for inner reflection around this as well, and that's why it might be with the Page of Swords. I think if the Page of Swords is showing up because you're worried over finances, Seven of Pentacles can show money in the bank, how much money you've made. It might also be that you're worried because you've invested in the relationship with the Seven, and also with this Queen of Cups, it shows an emotional investment, I feel, with this Seven of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be really upset because you've invested emotionally into this relationship, and that's why you're so angry. And some of you guys might be wanting to strike out on that. But what's coming in is the King of Swords, what you'll experience. Let's have a look at why the King of Swords energy is showing up for some of you Virgos. Because of strength, the Knight of Pentacles. I think that you guys are gonna, you know, I think you're gonna, for some of you guys who this resonates with, you've been really hurt by another individual, Virgo. I think that this King of Swords is, it could be an advisor who gives you strength, who gives you the inner confidence around your finances, that you're stable, possibly by giving you a clear perception, telling you exactly where you stand financially. So for some of you guys, if there is wanting to strike out because you're worried over your finances, the savings, there's needs to, maybe for some inner reflection around this with the Queen of Cups. It could be that you've got some, or, you know, to be, what's the word? To be soothed, or to have some form of solution come through this energy. It could be that there's an advisor here. It could be a lawyer, King of Swords here, okay? And he's showing up because he's going to give you some nice news here, okay? The Strength card is about inner strength, inner confidence, but also being able to soothe the inner rage within you, which we can see showing up with this Page of Swords. Both kind of the same card. The Lion is the same as the Page of Swords. Page of Swords shows up when you want to tell someone to fuck off, for example. So does the Strength card. But the woman is our mouths, our hands. See how the hand is there with the woman? The woman is strength. If you thought about strength, Virgo, as a person, as a human body, the strength would be the hand, because you can see she's got the hand there. So the strength would be our hands, and the Lion would be our mouths. So it's like keep your mouth shut type of thing. So it might be that you're being advised to keep your mouth shut, for example, with the Strength card. It could be over a financial matter, over financial documents, maybe with that Knight of Pentacles, in which there needs to be a little bit more clarification, something like that. Or it could be if you guys are upset because you're still invested emotionally in this situation here, it might be that you get some advice. And the advice could be based on, you know, keep strong, all right? Keep going maybe with that Knight of Pentacles. Maybe the Knight of Pentacles is about, when you get the Knight of Pentacles, it's about, you know, consistency, and it's about determination. But usually this is a business planning card. But with the Queen of Swords, this is perception here, clear perception around business matters usually. Okay, so I still think that there might be something businessy showing up here, but I feel that the Strength card is, there's nothing romantic I feel here. If this is your own clarity coming up here, it might be that your clarity is based on knowing with the Strength card, overcoming maybe whatever this obstacle is here, and knowing that you are financially stable through some form of clarity that comes to you through the Queen of Swords energy here. Your hopes are the Seven of Cups. So we're going to have a look why the hopes are the Seven of Cups for you guys. because of the Fool. I think some of you guys are hoping for the opportunity to move, maybe to a better place, because you've got the Fool card, which means a new opportunity. The Knight of Wands often means to move, change of location. The Star card would be to, you know, the place of your dreams, a nice place. So if you're looking for anything financial to come in, your hopes will be that you'll have the choice, finally, maybe for some of you guys, to move to a new location that's better, or the place of your dreams, or somewhere that can give you a bit of healing, maybe going on holiday or something like that. The outcome shows us the Three of Swords. Let's have a look at why the outcome for the month of July is the Three of Swords for some of you guys. Oh, was that reversed? Oh, wow. Was that actually reversed, or did that turn? I'm sure that was in the upright. I think that was in the upright. Shit. I don't know whether that was in the upright. I think that was in the upright. I'm sure it was in the upright. Let's have a look at why the Three of Swords is. Yeah, it was. It was in the upright. I might have turned it around by accident. Let's have a look at why the Three of Swords is the outcome for Virgo. Because Five of Wands, Six of Swords. Alright, that can't be right. I'm wondering why. So, Three of Swords. Five of Wands is an argument. Six of Swords says that you're overcoming this argument, okay? You're moving away from it. And Three of Cups says to a conclusion, a happy conclusion here with the Three of Cups. I don't know whether that was in the reverse. I'll have to check back on the reading. Ugh, jeez, that's annoying actually. That's quite annoying, come to think about it. That I can't remember whether it was... I'm sure this was in the upright. But the Three of Swords is... in the outcome, it can still show heartbreak. But I feel that that's because you're going to need to overcome this. Alright, I'm sure this was in the upright. I feel, whether it was upright or not, if it's in the reverse, it's great. It shows the pain is starting to dissipate. If it's in the upright, you still recognise that you're hurting in a situation. But that's because you realise that this fight, you just can't win. There's no point in staying angry about it. You're just going to need to cut your losses here and possibly, you know, just compromise. Because I think that some of you guys are finding it difficult to compromise. And you're going to need to compromise in a situation because you've got this Three of Cups, which shows partnership, compromise, negotiation. Alright, Six of Swords is the card that says we're moving on. Five of Wands is the argumentative card. It shows very, very stuck energy. But with the Six of Swords, one is moving on from that energy. And it's to a successful negotiation here. And it might be that there is still some upset here because you realise you're going to have to just do that. Okay? It might be on the basis of the advice that you receive from this individual. We'll go through the reading again one more time, Virgo. For some of you guys, it's not going to resonate. I'm a storyteller tarot reader. So I look at the story in the cards. And then I give the readings, okay? That's how it works. So that, because of the way that I do tarot, it doesn't resonate with a hell of a lot of people. It will resonate with a good few, but not masses, okay? This can be a work situation, it can be love, it can be anything that, as I've said, that it pertains to for you. Let's go through the reading again. In the month of July 2017, some of you guys might be going through some form of conflictive energy with another individual. Alright, it might be where you decide that you need to give up on a situation. So you might be the two people here. You might be feeling that you've been taken advantage of. You know, you might be feeling that somebody has more power over you. Now, that could be because you're still holding on to a situation with that Four of Pentacles here. Possibly because you're worried about a breakup. Or you're still holding on to your resources. It could be around a breakup with the King of Cups. And water sign doesn't have to be. It might be somebody that you really cared about. You had a lot of hopes for. The root issue is that some of you guys have to, I feel, concede defeat with this Ten of Swords. And that's because it might be that you need to compromise. Possibly it could be around a family matter where everybody's a winner at the end with the Nine of Cups. As a result of that, some of you guys might be feeling a little bit angry, possibly with that Knight of Swords. You might have made a quick exit, be feeling a little bit enraged, restless, even with this Knight of Swords. Could be because you've had to walk away from a situation here in which now some of you guys might find yourself needing to develop your own, you know, entertainment or look after yourselves or, you know, just, you know, move into your own premises, your own flat, whatever it is. Nine of Pentacles can be a moving card as well into a new apartment here in which you're going to have to put a lot of hard work and effort into doing, you know, things over again. Because your challenge is that some of you guys, it might be that you can't see that you can actually start developing new opportunities or finding new opportunities. Because, you know, you're going to have the confidence to be very self-focused here and start launching new desires, new ships, new dreams with the Three of Wands. And it could be with some of you guys, you put so much energy. I just get the impression for some of you guys, if this resonates with you, you may have put so much energy into a situation, Virgo. And it's, you know, all of that time and effort that you put into a situation, only for some of you guys to see it fall apart. And it's like, bloody hell, I put all of that energy into that, and this person doesn't want me. Or this job doesn't want me. I've dedicated my life to something, and this thing doesn't want me. And I'm really upset that now I'm having to start all over again, which is why, in the present situation for the month, now the present situation is the running theme through the month. So this is why the running theme through the month will be the need to assert yourself with that Queen of Wands. The need to start taking charge. Know that you have the ability, the intelligence, the get up and go, you know, the fortitude to make it, Virgo, with this Queen of Wands. And that's because a relationship, well, there might be a little bit of a break on that. Could be because you realise that you're not for each other. It could be because you've left the family home. Five of Pentacles shows somebody leaving a home, leaving an apartment. It might be that there's a relationship taking a break on. Some of you guys might be looking after the kids, that type of thing. The best case scenario that you guys will find going into July so far will be that you'll be feeling possibly a little bit up and down emotionally. You might be feeling a little bit complex, a little bit confused with that moon energy here. It could be because of the loss of a relationship, Five of Cups, in which an important person in your life could be that they changed unexpectedly with the Wheel of Fortune. In the immediate future, so going on into July, some of you guys, it might be that you want to strike out with this Page of Swords. Could be because you're upset. You invested a lot of time emotionally into a relationship. It could be that some of you guys are worried because of finances here, and there is the need for inner reflection around what you're going to do around that. What you'll experience could be a lawyer, could be somebody who gives really good advice, King of Swords here. And he's showing up because this person wants to give you strength. They want you to be confident because you are stable, and they will be able to give you a clear perspective, especially if there's anything around finances, financial documents, what you hold in the bank, that type of thing. They'll be able to give you some kind of clarity on that. Could also be that if the King of Swords maybe is yourself, there is clarity here not to strike out and really just to hold back here. Just go with the flow with the Knight of Pentacles until you've got a clear perception made with that Queen of Swords of where things are going. Your hopes will be to start looking at new options, new choices here perhaps. Perhaps some of you guys want the opportunity to travel here. Maybe it's to a faraway destination with the Star, a place of your dreams, somewhere that makes you feel better, somewhere that is enabling you to heal. And the outcome shows that even though you may have to concede defeat for some of you guys with the Three of Swords, that will be because an argument simply isn't worth it. All right? It might as well be that, you know, there's an argument here, but you're going to need to move on from that and possibly come to some form of a compromise with the person that's pissed you off or the situation. Okay, so that's your reading. Let's get some advice for Virgo. And as I said, it won't pertain to everyone, but it will pertain to some of you, okay? The angels. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice for Virgo? What is the advice for Virgo? What is the advice for Virgo? Show me. Said you're going to have improving health. And that's lovely, because I think that some of you guys are coming out of the situation. And I think it's, you know, looking at the reading, Virgo, it just seems some of you guys were holding on for dear life. But it seems to be you're holding on for dear life because you're angry. And you're angry that maybe that a situation or a person or whoever it is has let you down. Somebody that you put a lot of time and effort in. Somebody that you were good to. Somebody that you cared about. Somebody that you showed that you cared about them. And it looks to me like this person possibly let some of you guys down, and you found it difficult letting go. But then it's saying in the reading, you know, here this is about conceding defeat with the Ten of Swords, because of the Temperance. The Temperance is all about management, you know, adjustment, but it's also a card that says compromise, possibly for the sake of the family that brings happiness. And that's why the root issue is the Ten of Swords, letting bygones be bygones, trying to work things out in a better way. You know, some of you guys might be feeling a little bit angry here because you're upset. You invested so much emotionally. You're upset because you're worried about cash here, and you need to do a lot of kind of reflection on what you're going to do. You want to do a little bit of forget back with the Page of Swords. But somebody says, no, you're okay, don't worry about it. We'll find out what's going on financially. Or no, don't. Your inner self says with the King of Swords, look, you just got to think with one mind here. And that is, you know, hold back. All right? Take your time. to develop this clear perception or to find out what the hell's going on here. But I do feel within this reading, some of you guys are finding it extraordinarily hard to let go of a situation. I've been there. You've been so angry about what somebody's done that you're really pissed off with them. But it's saying there's no point. Sometimes there's situations you just got to let bygones be bygones and let go of the situation, okay? You know, because happiness will come again, whatever that is. Happiness will come again. And it's saying as soon as you admit that here, you got improving health. All right, improving health is going to come to you. That's your reading for the month of July 2017, Virgo. Going to be doing a triple cross. It's I call it, it's kind of similar to this. I call it the storyteller triple cross reading. I'll explain it when it's up on the channel. It's coming up. It's a double reading with this. Okay, so check that out as well. And you'll have your weekly readings coming up, advice readings for next week. Speak to you guys soon. Take care.